Right?
The last couple weeks, I taught you guys a couple different ways to take the back. So I thought I would teach a submission series that I've taught before, but I think it's highly effective because progressively the choke gets tighter as you move through it. And also, cool thing about it is that you don't even change your grips, which I think is really cool. So first things first, you guys, whenever I'm training with someone and I'm going to get on the back, a lot of times I do try, it's not always possible, right? But I try to get, I try to get my, my collar grip in as I'm taking the back, right? It's a highly effective way to get it because a lot of times we're taking the back, they're not necessarily thinking about being able to block this. And sometimes that doesn't happen and we get a seatbelt, and I'm gonna show you guys one little trick that I know if we do have the seatbelt and we don't have our first grip in. But for the series, let's start with our grips in. So now, the choking grip, you guys, and some of you guys have been here when we've talked about this, is that it's no longer getting your thumb in and just grabbing with all of your fingers, right? We're gonna do a 3-finger grip. So it's gonna be your thumb and your first 2 fingers. So if I can, I like to fold out the lapel and then get my 2 fingers and my thumb. And here's why, you guys. So if I use all my fingers, he's gonna go ahead and break it. Pretty stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to pull.
I was holding kind of tight.
I know.
Okay, so now.
Bring the lower side, bit of grip.
Sorry. With just the 3 fingers. Something about that pinch.
You'll see it. You'll see it,
I
guys.
mean, it messes everything up. It's really weird, right? So that's the grip that I want. So how we're gonna start, you guys? I can turn this way. So I'm gonna have my choking hand, right? It's gonna have the 3-finger grip. And the other hand, the underhook arm, is just gonna be reached to the far lapel around his nipple level, just right here. So now this series is all from, you can call it the choking side or the bucket side. See, because his head's like laying in a bucket, I guess.
Or the overhook side too.
Yep. So another thing about, real quick, when we're on the back, no lazy hooks. I'm not pinching my partner, like squeezing my knees, but I do have my hooks activated and I'm pulling them in. This is how we should be having our back. So the first choke, you guys, pretty easy, is what I'm gonna do, you guys, is I need to get up to my elbow. So how I'm gonna do that is my top hook, you guys, I'm gonna use that for momentum. But as I get up, you guys, I'm gonna use this to help me sit up, and when I get to my elbow, I'm thinking about pulling my elbow back behind me. Obviously it's not gonna go behind me because my partner, his neck's gonna be in the way, but that's what you wanna think about. And when I use this momentum to get up, I'm gonna put my foot on the ground behind his butt and make sure my knee is in the air and it's behind him because I don't want him to be able to try to attempt to get to his back and start to get out of it. So, you guys will see. So, I got my 3-finger grip. I got my other hand on the far lapel around his chest level. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my top leg, right? I'm gonna sit up and pull my elbow back. Now to finish, you guys, I'm thinking about bringing my elbow behind me as I'm pushing my chest into him. And this hand, you guys, on the far lapel is pulling down towards his feet. I'm thinking about just cutting off his head. I don't have it that deep, is that okay?
You're good.
Okay, cool. So again, you guys, and I'm making sure, look, I'm really close to my partner. My chin's on his shoulder. I'm gonna use that leg for momentum to sit up and get onto my elbow and pull it behind me. Just like that. So you guys, it's kind of tight, but here. Without my partner, you guys, when I get up, I'm right here. I have those grips. I'm just thinking about pushing my chest into him, cutting off his head, right? With my elbow going behind me as I pull this down towards his legs. Don't pull the far grip towards you. Like I said before, remember, we're keeping the same grips the whole time. And one thing about this choke is I never want to lean away from my partner. I'm constantly keeping my chest connected, my chin by their shoulder. So let's talk about the second one. I'll lose my grip a little bit here. Okay, so let's say I go for my first one and it just isn't working for whatever reason, right? So, and I'm in the same position, you guys. I'm not gonna change. The only thing I'm doing, I'm gonna start to be lazy with my bottom hook, and he's gonna start to get off. As soon as he gets off, you guys, it's similar to the drill that we did. What I'm gonna do is I'm using my chest like I said, I wanted to start facing the mat, right? I'm gonna push into him, and my bottom leg, you guys, is gonna slide behind his back, and I'll show you guys. My shin is along his back.
Lace it down.
Yep. And so now all I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm going to pull him into my lap and just sit to my butt, just like this. And then we're gonna finish the choke. Same thing, you guys. Look, it's like I'm cutting off his head. I'm thinking about my bicep, like touching my wrist, and this is pulling down towards his feet. Just like that. Okay, so again, you guys, so I go for my first one. It doesn't work for whatever reason, so I'll just get lazy with that bottom hook. And as soon as he gets off, you guys, look, I push into him, and look, I bring up my knee towards my elbow, and my shin is just along his back with my laces down. And I'm gonna pull him into my lap. He's sitting in my lap, if you guys can see my bottom knee. And then we finish the choke the exact same way. One thing you guys notice I didn't do, because if I do that, go ahead. Every time, dude, I'm waiting for you guys to extend so I can get my head out.
Remember, guys, whenever you're attacking, I want you to think space is hope. They get no hope. All right?
So you guys, I go for my first choke. Maybe it's not tight enough, he's the man, whatever, so I just get lazy. And I love that one. I think that one I get more than the first one, actually, because sometimes people are already trying to get off our bottom hook, and you know what I'm saying, so I'm already thinking about that next step. But real quick, you guys, about the chop. I want to be a little bit more clear on this. Is that I don't have to have my grips necessarily. But when I go for my chop, you guys, I'm actually using this to help me get up. I'm not just, thinking about where I want to place my foot. I'm using it to get up. I'm using it to get up, right? So, anyways, that was just a little tip. Okay, so same thing, you guys. I go to get up. It's not working, whatever. So I just get lazy with my hook. I get here, and now, for some weird reason, this one doesn't work, which is probably unlikely. Weird. But that's okay. So now we're just going to make one more adjustment. We're going to get to like a bow and arrow. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how we need to do it. So I'm here, and I'm trying. So now, I'm not doing that yet. Okay, before I bring that leg over, I did forget. Hey, people are pretty smart about not wanting you to get that hook in, so they can be keeping this pretty tight. All I have to do, you guys, is I'm going to open up his elbow. So I'm going to lean towards his head, and then bring my hook in, and then I can relax back into my position. Now, this hook, you guys, I'm just keeping it next to his leg because you guys will see why. I'm going to help use it to bring him to the other side, which is where we're going. So, as soon as I'm ready to go, I'm going to start to roll it butt cheek to butt cheek, and as I do, this bottom leg comes up on his waist like a seatbelt. The other leg will go over his arm, and then I want to make sure my bottom leg crosses over my top. That's extremely important, you guys, and I'll show you why. If I cross incorrectly, so my bottom leg's on bottom, watch what happens.
Let go with your hands.
Yep. He can easily turn into me. It's not a frame, but watch, without my hands. If my top one is over, or my bottom one's over the top, really awkward, and I'm not doing anything, okay? So remember, bottom over the top, you guys. I got my grips, this one didn't work, or for whatever reason, and so look, I'm gonna lean towards his head just to open up that space, get my hook in. Now when I go to sit, I'm using this hook to pry open his leg. I'm sitting butt cheek to butt cheek. As I go, look, I immediately make sure I'm bringing when I bring my leg over his arm, it's over his shoulder. And then my bottom one crosses. Look at them. Can you turn? Just like this, you guys. And now the finish is exactly the same. Far arm right, underhook, pulls towards the feet. Other one cuts off his head. Notice how I didn't do this, right? Look, I'm keeping my chest connected to him. Tap. What are you gonna say?
So what I do, guys, when I'm going for this, I open the elbow and lean hard, right? Right, lean hard, dude.
Yep.
And then when I put my foot in, as soon as I put my foot in, I pull everything to the other side. Boom. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah, you want to do it as one motion, right? And then you can kind of hang out here too if you don't really want to finish it yet because you don't like them.
No high elbows, guys. Keep your elbows at your sides.
I'm not doing this, and I'm not leaning away. Everything's tight. Like I said, we're pretending like we're just, cutting their head off or whatever.
Slicing the throat.
Slicing the throat. You guys want to try that? Pretty easy? Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.